Good morning, Year 1. Today we'll be looking at the suffixes and est in English. So if you're ready, get your pencil and let's start writing the long date and the learning intention, which is Wednesday the 6th of May 2020. And the learning intention is to use the suffix and est in my writing. So you can pause the video and do that now. Okay, so if you remember from yesterday's lesson, we were doing some story mapping of Goldilocks and the Three Bears story. So, and I asked you to carry on with the rest of the story map. So if you have done that, yours should look something like the one I've got here on the screen. So let's read that back together. The three bears came back home. Someone's been eating my porridge, said Daddy Bear. Someone's been eating my porridge too, said Mummy Bear. Someone's been eating my porridge and it's all gone. Someone's been sitting on my chair, said Daddy Bear. Someone's been sitting on my chair too, said Mummy Bear. And someone's been sitting on my chair and they've broken it. Someone's been lying down on my bed. Someone's been lying down on my bed too, said Mummy Bear. Someone's been lying down on my bed and they're still in there. Goldilocks woke up and she ran out of the bear's house. The end. So well done if you got that correct. Okay, so I know that last week you were looking at the suffix so we're going to be recapping that today and then also looking at a new suffix, which is the est suffix. So the suffix is added to the end of adjectives to compare two things. Remember, an adjective is what's an adjective, Year 1? It's a describing word. For example, red, or pretty, or big, loud. These words are adjectives. So if we take the adjective big and then we put it in the sentence and add a suffix to it, the teddy bear is bigger than the girl. So we're comparing the size of the teddy bear to the size of the girl. And here we have a picture of a very, very, very big teddy bear. And as you can see, it's much bigger than the girl. And there we have the suffix Sloths are slower than turtles. Okay, so there we have a very funny looking sloth, and he's too slow to walk, so the poor turtle has taken the sloth on his back, and he does not look very impressed, does he? So can you point to the word here that has the suffix? Well done. Let's have a look at the next sentence. The boy is shorter than his mother. Can you pause the video and either tell your adult what you would draw for the sentence, or you can actually draw it as well. So draw the sentence, the boy is shorter than his mother. Okay, here's my picture. Can you point to the word with the suffix Well done. Okay, I've got some more words here now. Can you add the suffix to the ends of all of these words? The challenge is to put them into a sentence. So pause the video and do that now. Okay, so you should have harder, quieter, brighter, darker, higher, and deeper. Now let's have a look at the suffix est and when we can use it. So the suffix est can also be added to the end of adjectives to compare three or more things. For example, if we take the adjective hot and put it into a sentence with the suffix est, let's read it together. Friday was the hottest day of the week. So there's not just one day in the week, is there? There's not just 2 days in the week, there are 7 days in a week, and out of all of those days, Friday was the hottest, which means it was the most hot. There were no other days in the week that were as hot as Friday. Okay, if we take the adjective small, Timmy the turtle is the smallest turtle in his class. So if you can point to Timmy the turtle, which one's Timmy? You should know by now. Yes, here we are. There's our friend Timmy, and as you can see, he is the smallest turtle in his very small class. Okay, and there we have the word with the suffix est. Okay, year one. Now we're going to play a little game, okay? I'm going to tell you where to point to, and I want you to point to the screen as I say the sentence. So, can you point to the biggest bowl? So you should have pointed here because it's the biggest bowl out of the 3 bowls. Point to the smallest bed. So you should have pointed here because out of the 3 beds, this is the smallest. Point to the chair that's bigger than Mummy Bear's chair. So you should have pointed over here because Daddy Bear's chair is bigger than Mummy Bear's chair, not Baby Bear's chair, just Daddy Bear's chair. And the last one, point to the beds that are smaller than Daddy Bear's beds. So you should have pointed to both Baby Bear and Mummy Bear's beds because they're both smaller than Daddy Bear's beds. Well done if you got all of those correct. Okay, so if you are in my phonics group or Mrs. Meta's phonics group, your task is to write as many sentences as you can to describe the sizes of the bowls, chairs and beds using the suffixes and est. You can use the picture below to help you. So I've done one for you to show you what I mean. So I've written Baby Bear's bowl is the smallest. Mummy Bear's bowl is bigger than Baby Bear's bowl, but Daddy Bear's is the biggest. So it doesn't matter exactly how you write it, but as long as you are comparing the sizes of all the objects in the picture, that's fine. So try and make as many sentences as you can. You can do the same thing that I've done for the chairs and then for the beds. Remember to use capital letters in the right places and for the names of the characters. Remember to use your finger spaces. Remember to use your phonics chart if you need it, and your beautiful handwriting too. Oh, now we have the suffix words that I've used in my writing. So I've used 1 word and 2 est suffix words. If you're in Miss Morgan's phonics group, your task is to complete the missing gaps. So I've got lots of sentences and you need to fill them in. So let's do the first one together. Baby Bear's bowl is the... What is it? Is it the biggest? Oh, it's the smallest, isn't it? It's the smallest. So now you go and do the rest on your own. If you're in Mrs. Coker or Miss Thurlow's phonics group, your task is to use the words at the bottom, big, bigger and biggest, for each of the pictures here. Okay, you can either write it or draw it in your books, or you can just point to it and tell your adult where you think it would go. I've got a challenge here for any of you that have finished and want some more work to do. So find objects around your house that you can use to write sentences using the and the est suffix. You can draw pictures of them too if you want to. For example, my bedroom is bigger than my brother's bedroom, but my sister's bedroom is the biggest. So can you see I'm comparing the three bedrooms together? You can also use toys, you can use books, you can use maybe fruits or vegetables, anything in your house is fine. And I'd love to see the sentences that you come up with, and maybe even some pictures or maybe even photographs sent into the year one email address of you comparing all your things using suffixes. Okay, year one, that's it for today. That's it for today. Please don't forget to send in all your hard work to the year one email address. Well done for working so hard. Bye, guys.